began to realize the harder I tried, the colder I'd start to feel, until the moment, the second I met your love. And then I threw my hands up, worries down. I remember when he showed me how to break up with my doubt. Once I was lost, but now I'm found. No strings attached when he saved my soul. Want you to know that God I know. Oh, you gotta know. Oh, the God I know. He is more than just a rescue. That's where it starts, not where it ends. Let freedom in. More than just a story in the sky, wearing white. He's alive in every moment. And now that I know this love, I can throw my hands up, worries down. I remember when he showed me how to break up with my doubt. Once I was lost, but now I'm found. No strings attached when he saved my soul. Want you to know that God I know. Oh, you gotta know. Oh, the God I know. What was I waiting for? I came alive when I let go. All I had was a broken heart. Then he held me in his arms. What was I waiting for? I came alive when I let go. All I had was a broken heart. Then he held me in his arms. I can throw my hands up, worries down. I remember when he showed me how to break up with my doubt. Once I was lost, but now I'm found. No strings attached when he saved my soul. Want you to know that God I know. Oh, you gotta know. Oh, the God I know. What was I waiting for? I came alive when I let go.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shit sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. We are warriors. That's what we become. I won't let them break me down, because I know that there's a place for us. Oh, we are warriors. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them. This is me.
Hello.
What ward? Summerhill, very back next to the pavilion all along the
Oh, if you want.
Should we not say anything?
1, 2, 3. You smell that? Because that's the last time you'll have that smell for about 4 days. Tomorrow, it'll be a different smell altogether.
We are grateful for the occasion that brings us together.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to do it. Missionary before you can start trekking again, okay? Because we know where you're going.
And now, let me tell you something that perhaps you didn't know. 54% of those pioneers were 18 years old or younger. Raise your hand if you are 18 years old or younger. There you have it, you guys. It was you. Who built 450 log cabins? Who cultivated acre upon acre? Who planted winter wheat so that they could survive the coming snowfall? Who did that? Teenagers. Teenagers did that. That says a lot for the youth. And it reminds you that when the prophet stood and said he wanted to enlist you in the army that's going to gather Israel, he's not doing something new, because it's the young people who've been enlisted in this work and in this army ever since the pioneers. So as you've walked across here, don't think you're reenacting something that was done by a bunch of older people. You are walking in the footsteps of teenagers, young people who are your same ages, who are making this sacrifice that you have simulated on your trek.
We did it!
There's a voice that tells me I'm not good enough. In my head, I can choose to believe it or not. And I know what I will choose. I will listen to the truth. With my Savior by my side, I'm not afraid. I can do all things, no mountain I can't climb. There's nothing I can't be. Oh, no matter how hard it may seem, I can do all things. There's a call that resonates inside my heart, to leave it all and go and serve my fellow man and do my part. And I know what I will choose. I will listen to the truth. With my Savior by my side, I'm not afraid. I can do all things, no mountain I can't climb. There's nothing I can't be. Oh, no matter how hard it may seem, I can do all things. Alone, lifting those who feel alone, teaching others He is there. They don't have to make it on their own. I can do all things, no mountain I can't climb. There's nothing I can't be. Oh, no matter how hard it may seem, I can do
just really felt prompted that the theme of our trek should be the scriptural mandate to turn our hearts to our fathers.
The ancestor I'm walking for, his name is William Clayton. He is my fourth great-grandfather. William was born in 1814 in Penwortham, England. He was converted by elders Heber C. Kimball and Orson Hyde and came to America in 1940. When he arrived in Nauvoo, he became very close to Joseph Smith and was entrusted.
The lady I'm walking for was a super strong woman. Her name's Dorothy Sarah Jennison. She's my great-great-great-grandma, and she was born in England and was raised there. And when she was about 16, her father passed away, and so she was forced to grow up really quickly because she had to help her mom be in charge.
I'm Bailey Winterbottom. I will be walking for Rebecca Winters because she went on the plains to help other people. She knew from the beginning that she wasn't going to make it and stayed behind when her company got cholera to nurse them back to health. In doing so, she got cholera and died, and she never made it across the plains.
Hi, my name is Kobe Rockwell Clough, and I'm turning my heart to Orrin Porter Rockwell.
Hi, my name is Wyatt Hollinger, and I'm turning my heart to William Bruce Davis because he... Hi,
my name is Carson Hutchins, and I'll be
my name is Jane. My name is Christine. My name is Christine. My name is
I'm Aaron Blake. I'm turning my heart to my grandpa, Nelson Church Blake, who turned my heart to the Lord.
Jesus bled and died to save me, a price that I could never pay alone. When he rose again, he gave me the greatest gift the world has ever known. Yes, I can be forgiven every time that I repent, and someday he will lift me up to live with him again. Jesus is a God of miracles. Nothing is at all impossible to him, but I know this, of all his miracles, the most incredible must be the miracle that rescues me. The miracle that rescues you and me.
Probably the biggest, single most important thing that I gained was understanding the spirit of Elijah. When you think about all the hardships that your ancestors went through for us, really. I mean, they did it for us so that we could enjoy the blessings that we have today. To me, when I thought about it more literally, the spirit of Elijah it overcame me many times where I felt the spirit very, very strongly.
This is a continual process, and every time we think about our ancestors, our grandparents, or the early pioneers, we're turning our hearts every time we attend the temple, every time we remember them, that we still are turning our hearts to them.
What does family mean? Does it only need a mom and dad and a couple kids? So that's where it all begins. But wedding bands and mortgage loans aren't what make a house a home. It's so much more than just the basic things. It's all that happens in between, like road trip driving to the break of dawn, off key singing to our favorite songs, jumping and yelling, cheering our favorite team. Yay! Grandma's cooking and late night games. It's good advice, making mistakes and forgiving, forgetting, and loving through everything. That's what family means to me. No matter what we do, we're gonna make it through, because it isn't just a box to check or a status that we're trying to get. In the stands or back at home, family's there to cheer us on, and it can last forever and a day, along with all the memories made, like front room movie nights and hand-me-downs, dreaming bigger than our bank accounts, but knowing we'll always have enough to make ends meet. Yeah, doctor visits from a double dare, group hug laughing after family prayer, and knowing we'll never ever want to change a thing. That's what family means to me. It's working hard and giving up some things we want for something. That's what family means to me. That's what family means to me.
We owe our lives to Jesus Christ. He died for us, he paid the price. He rose again so we can be in God's forever family. We are God's forever family. Jesus died and rose for you and me. We will live with him eternally. We are God's forever family. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So, what was your most memorable moment at Trek this year?
This was my first Trek,
Okay.
so I really enjoyed seeing the camaraderie of the women's pole and their effort. You know, that was really inspiring. So that was
Nice.
a really good moment, especially, you know, just knowing the women in my ward. That was special.
Yeah. Hi. So, what is your single most memorable moment on Trek?
The women's pool.
It was what?
The women's pool.
And why do you think it was the women's pole?
It was just a really cool experience.
Was it emotional for you?
Yeah.
Was it hard for you?
Yes. I think it was thinking of my ancestors during the women's poll, because thinking of what they went through and that they were talking about having angels on their side as they pushed up those mountains. I felt angels when we had only like 4 people at one point, and we were just going up, and I felt those angels helping us along.
The women's pole.
The women's pole?
Yeah.
And why do you think the women's pole?
Because it was really hard to see them all going up the hill and not being able to help.
Probably the women's pole.
The women's
Afterwards,
pole?
pulling up and then seeing our whole ward came down to go help all the girls at the end to try to help them finish.
The cart was in front of me, and I came down the hill, and my brother in my family, Dalen, he came up to me and he's like, "Good job, Ellie." And I was like, "I didn't do anything." And he's like, "You got it down the hill." And I felt, it's just so fun.
My most memorable moment on Trek would be when we had a few people in our family drop out before Trek, and then during one of the polls, we had 2 more people drop out, so we had 4 people less than everybody else.
Wow.
And we were still able to pull it up. It sucked, but it was still a blast, and it was awesome.
I just liked that we were all working together and that we were able to use the stories and the people that we brought with us to walk to really push us to go up there. And then getting to the point where all the men were lining the trail was probably the most amazing experience, just to see them waiting for us.
Try the tear-filled feet, bend your back, shift your arm, then you pull it back. Legs hard, you know. So strike a pose on a Cadillac. If you wanna find all the cops, they're hanging out in the donut shop. They sing and dance. They spin the club, cruise down the block. All the Japanese that they and the party boys call the Kremlin. And the Chinese know. They walk the line like Egyptian. All the cops in the donut shop say. Walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian.
Okay, thank you for your reverence. We've worked really hard on this number.
Every morning you greet me, small and white.
Warm cow pies, warm cow pies. Every morning you greet me, soft and brown, with flies all around. I'm not very happy to meet thee. Stinky cow toot is now on my boot, on my boots of fine leather, fresh and smelly. It's sticky like jelly. You fill my nostrils forever. Warm cow pies, lonely cow pies. You haunt my memories forever.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling, yeah. So keep dancing. I can't stop the nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Everybody say.
Oh my, okay. So, amongst all these beautiful looking girls, we've got Connor, one of our adult helpers for Trek. So I wonder, what is your most memorable moment on Trek? And don't say right now.
Most memorable moment is having some one-on-ones with these girls and just learning how personally strong they are, and honestly inspiring me to go home and do everything I can for the women around me.
What is your single most memorable moment on Trek?
Probably the women's pole.
Probably the women's pole. Why would you think that?
I just felt the spirit really strong, and I felt the strength of all the women, and it was a lot of fun.
Probably the testimony meeting.
Testimony meeting? Mm-hmm. Why do you think that?
It was just, there were tons of good testimonies that were said, and it made it all worth it to come.
And did you bear your testimony?
I did.
Excellent. How about you?
The women's pole was pretty memorable for me.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, I saw you out there doing some boogieing in your cowboy boots too.
Yeah. The hoedown was fun too.
It was fun too, but the women's pole was kind of over time. So why do you think the women's pole?
I don't know, just like humbling to me as a guy, just to see all the women do that.
Yeah.
Not saying that they couldn't do it, but it was cool to see them do it though. But that's, I thought it was really memorable for me.
It was very spiritual, and I was pulling along with the sister that, she's one of the main people that brought me to this church.
My most memorable moment was definitely the testimony meeting.
hearing all
Okay.
the youth bear testimony of what they know to be true and the experiences that they've had and what they've learned.
Almost everybody gave their testimony, and it was really powerful. And I know it really helped my spirit grow.
I like the hoedown.
Okay.
Because everybody, I don't think there was anybody in there that didn't like it, which is like, oh, I hate this and had a bad attitude. Everybody was happy about
It
it.
looks like everyone is having a lot of fun, for
Yeah.
sure. So did you hook up any new GFs?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, nice,
Yeah, some
nice.
GFs.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks. So, what was your single most memorable moment on Trek? That's a hard one, I know.
Whew. I mean, the hoedown was awesome, and you've probably gotten this a lot, but definitely the women's pole. I mean, everyone said that everyone would be crying, and I was like, whatever. And then the girls went up, and I was fine. But then the girls started running back down to help everyone else that was coming up, and I was like, whew, that's something else. That was honestly so memorable. Trek was awesome, if only for that moment.
So I would just ask all of you to say a little prayer and ask for the Spirit to be with the women today and this morning. And that, you know, Marcy and I were talking, we have great faith in the women of this stake. And we also know how strong you are. And we know that you will be able to do this morning. We feel very strongly about that. And so when it gets hard and you feel like quitting, just remember those that have gone before and all the sacrifices that they have made and the struggles that they've gone through. And we know that you'll be able to make this journey this morning.
There is so much I cannot see, so I trust the eyes of God and let Him lead. If I will walk His path, He promises all that He has. I believe the faith.
As we watch these women come up, you're going to feel a desire to want to help them. You feel bad that you can't help them. And in fact, some of you might feel angry or upset that you can't help them. One of the things we learn is that in the gospel, there are challenges that we have to face. We have to face them on our own. And there are challenges that our loved ones have to face, and they have to face them on their own.
There is so much I cannot do, so I reach for higher power to pull me through.
And all we can do is offer love and encouragement. And that feeling of helplessness that we may feel today might be preparation for something down the road. When you have a loved one who is ill and you can't do anything to help them, but offer love and encouragement. Or you have someone who's undergoing a challenge, a friend at school, and all you can do is be there to support them. Because sometimes the words of comfort from Him are the ones that they need the most. And I would encourage you to think about what role you can take to ease the burden of the women that you love in your lives.
Lord, I will come. How could I stay after what you have done? Lord, I will come.
There are times when you might feel aimless and can't see the places where you belong, but you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along, and when you're near it, you can almost hear it. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece in their own melody, and each one of us, oh, it's glorious. And you will know how to let it ring out as you discover who you are. Others around you will start to wake up to the sounds that are in their hearts. It's so amazing what we're all creating. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious. You feel the notes build higher, you see. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies. Oh, it's glorious.
So I'm just hoping that Trek will always be a reminder of that, and that they can think back on Trek and remember how blessed we are. And that remembrance will instill gratitude in us and help us to be strong and face challenges and anything that life throws at us.
One, two, three, four.